Sabic Permit Receiver. 2022 Exam Number 05 Part 1. Question and Answer. Prepared by Muhammad Naveed. New Exam 2022. Total Question and Answer. 50. Passing Marks. 45 right answer or 90%. 1A hazard is a typically and dot. A. Hazard area, hazard job. B. Unsafe condition, unsafe act. C. Hazard activity, safe job. D. None of the above. B. Unsafe condition, unsafe act. 2. Lifting will be called as non-critical lift when weight is A. Less than 15 mt. B. More than 15 mt. C. More than 25 mt. D. All the above. A. Less than 15 mt. 3. In case you want to operate test any equipment, under LOTO certificate, connected with a confined space, what you will do. A. Request for a temporary release. B. No need any special permit. C. Can go ahead and operate. D. None of the above. A. Request for a temporary release. 4. A confined space is A. Allowed for continuous human occupancy. B. Has restricted means of entry and exit. C. Large enough and comfortable to allow workers to enter and perform a task. D. A and C are correct. B. Has restricted means of entry and exit. 5. Following tool can be used as non-sparking tool. A. Brass. B. Iron. C. Steel alloys. D. All the above. A. Brass. 6. An oxygen-enriched atmosphere in a confined space is when the oxygen level is less than 23.5%. A. True. B. False. B. False. 7. Physical and atmospheric are types of A. Isolation. B. Contamination. C. Hazards. D. None of the above. C. Hazards. 8. It is important to monitor the surrounding air outside a confined space to make sure it is not contaminated. A. True. B. False. B. False. 9. Who will remove lock from the system? A. Anybody can remove the lock. B. Owner department authorize person. C. Technician. D. None of the above. B. Owner department authorize person. 10. JSA shall be done to identify A. Depth of hazards. B. Process of equipment. C. Job site hazards. D. None of the above. C. Job site hazards. 11. A scaffold structures with handrail is required for the height above A. 1.6 meters. B. 1.8 meters. C. 2.2 meters. D. 3.6 meters. B. 1.8 meters. 12. Following are a type of rigging equipment. A. Chain block. B. Pulley wheels. C. Shackles. D. All the above. D. All the above. 13. Energy that continue to exist ever after equipment is isolated, is run as A. Hazardous energy. B. Stored energy. C. LOTO energy. D. None of the above. B. Stored energy. 14. Who is responsible to fill Section 1 of new Unified Work Permit? A. Issuer. B. Receiver. C. Both. D. None of the above. B. Receiver. 15. Where will be posted the hard copy of work permit after signing to start job? A. Issuer's office. B. Under receiver control. C. At job site where executing a job. D. Hand of issuer. C. At job site where executing a job. 16. Hazardous energy is any source of energy like A. Electrical and pneumatic energy. B. Radiation and thermal energy. C. A and B are correct. D. None of the above. C, A and B are correct. 17. Which of the following activity is required to obtain LOTO and equipment isolation certificate? A. Visual inspection and taking readings. B. Visual inspection inside confined space. C. Scaffold erection near pipelines. D. Excavation job inside confined space. B. Visual inspection inside confined space. 18 different types of LOTO are involved. A. Electrical isolation/energy isolation and tagging. B. DBB/valve isolation and tagging. C. Blanking and system blinding. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. 19. Permit issuer is responsible for following exhibit. A. Joint site visit is carried out along with the permit receiver. B. Complete the job by self on time. C. All sections in the work permit form is accurately filled. D. The permit receiver understands the job safety requirements. B. Complete the job by self on time. 20. Isolation of equipment is the prime responsibility of A. Maintenance. B. Operation. C. Contractor. D. Safety. B. Operation. 21. Removal of a lock or danger tag shall be considered serious breach of EHSS regulations and EHSS incident shall be recorded. A. Tourer. B. False. A. Tourer. 22. Use of non-electrically rated tools in hazardous area is known as A. Hot tapping. B. Hot work. C. Excavation. D. None of the above. A. Hot tapping. 23. Where flammable material routed to A. Incinerator system. B. To flare system. C. Temporary vent be located away from sources of ignition discharging at a high elevation. D. All the above. D. All the above. 24. Who will be nominated by respective department senior manager assessment and certified by S to issue a work permit? A. Fire watch. B. Permit receiver. C. Permit issuer. D. Standby man. C. Permit issuer. 25. How many months closed permit documents shall be kept for records? A. 2 months. B. 3 months. C. 6 months. D. 1 year. B. 3 months. Next video exam 5 part 2. New exam 2022. Total question and answer. 50. Passing marks. 45 right answer or 90%. Thanks for watching my videos. If you have any question, comments below. For more updates and latest videos, subscribe my YouTube channel. Happy to serve. Share, like and comment.